Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Monday. Big week, big month, big life. We got Octo, C-Boy, Austin, Awesome. All the people tuning in from across the internet, thank you so much. As it is allegedly National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. Hey, appreciate y'all so much being part of all the things. We have Cooperman with a C chiming in. We're gonna get started with some Stand Up to Cancer Lego building from Bricker Builds and much more on today's live stream broadcast experience, brought to you by yours truly, Mr. BricksOBrian. Let's dive into some charity fundraising nonsense and more. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is BricksOBrian, Brian Saviano, tuning in, watching, all that, from the North Shore of Boston, Massachusetts, on this wonderful, as it is, Monday, August 4th, the beginning of the week, but not quite the beginning of our fundraising effort for Stand Up to Cancer, happening for the 4th year in a row. In this corner of the internet, we got Lindsay, we got Echo, Joe Obro, or Ek Joe Obro. How I disappear? All the people tuning in, hello. Yeah, so it is a big week this week. We're going to be doing a lot of live streaming, all in efforts of raising money for Stand Up to Cancer this Wednesday, August 6th through the 16th. Myself, more Jake Studs, A Skywalker 91, a bunch of content creators, including Cooperman, across all the countries, all the communities, all the corners of the internet for Stand Up to Cancer. Whether you are here watching, enjoying what's happening, or you're in a position to donate and make a lot of this happen, we appreciate it very much. I'm actually going to do this right here. It has to do with the prompter, which is why there's a little glare right there. Sorry about that. There we go. Today I've had to deal with some power tripping, not in the team, but in my power setup. I've setting off breakers and stuff. So my room cannot handle the brute force of all this charity fundraising on the verge of happening here. So I don't know why it's been happening, but you know, obviously having the breaker means nothing's actually fried or anything. No actual damage is being done. But you know, trying to redistribute how things go, unplug some stuff. We'll see where things go. But yeah, that's what I've been dealing with today, along with all the last minute coordination stuff. Amor and Jake Skywalker have been very hands-on with a lot of the stuff that we have to do to make this a successful thing. Free push with the resub for 26 months. Hello, and thank you very much for doing that. Thank you for being here for 26 months in a row. The entire push family, across all the devices and all the things. Hello. Maybe keep the printer off until you actually need it. I unplugged the PlayStation 5 and I moved the power from the PC to a different outlet, although it's on the same line. If it changes, I'm gonna have to take the router and put it to this breaker. It's whatever. I'll figure it out. But today, I'm gonna be building one of these things right here. This is the Stand Up Builders heart icon that we have for the past couple years here. This has been the icon that the entire team has been represented by. This was created by Pino Creations of Bricker Builds, and you can purchase this kit right now, in which all the proceeds are gonna go to Stand Up to Cancer. So, if you want one for yourself, there we go. Our goal as a team is to raise $100,000 in 10 days. And we're supposed to be starting on Wednesday, the 6th. Now, what's been happening here, actually, let me make sure. Sorry about that. Let me make sure I'm good to go here. What has been happening is some people have been testing some stuff out. And by testing stuff out and showing people what's going on, it's been a bit of a jump on all the things, all right? So if we go over here, again, we're not supposed to start until Wednesday the 6th. And as you can see, we are over 2% of the way there to our goal. $2,347 raised for Stand Up to Cancer, courtesy of Astro Canuck and many others who have kind of taken the jump already. So, that's that. In my corner of the internet, in our corner of the internet, I have not raised a dime because I will start on Wednesday. So, these people are getting up to it. 104 team members, 68 active campaigns, more than we've ever had before. We got Astro Canuck, Travis, Cooperman, Jang, etc.
Right.
So, you know, just a little bit of a head start, it seems. Brightest Witch Bricks, hello. So on my Stand Up to Cancer milestone page here, we have a whole bunch of stuff, right? Merchandise giveaway, wallpaper pack, Chubby Bunny Healthy Habits read along. We got eating a mega sour ball, which I have information about that in a second, and a lot more. The final goal being a Thanksgiving dinner cook-along event happening Thanksgiving week if we reach $10,000. And for every every $100 I raise, I'll walk another mile, which means I could be walking 100 miles between August, September, and October and making all that happen. So very excited about that. Again, there's no stretch goals. There's no anything else. Any dollar amount raised is great. 10,000 is more than I've ever shot for before. If it happens, it happens. Great. If not, great. We're doing this all on a volunteer basis and bringing it to life, you know? So, this is where we're at currently. Next live stream, you're going to see a bar at the top, not only displaying my total, but the team total as well. So, it's going to be a action-packed 10 days of people coming together and make it all happen. And I did publicly put out my schedule for the event that will be happening. Right now, I'll show you a little bit of a reminder of what we got going on. It is going to be, like I said, action-packed. Not only with like some of the more regular stuff that we do here, like ZNB Live Unfiltered and Mario Kart and things like that, but we got some special stuff as well. So, even if you are just idly watching by and tuning in, you will find hopefully some entertainment value out of everything we have going on between the 6th and the 16th, and that's it. No sooner, and if you want to go later, you could, but we really try to make this a concentrated effort over the 10 days and make it all happen. So that is where that's at right here. I'm going to cover my screen in 3, 2, 1. Here's the full lineup. There's going to be a scheduled broadcast going out as well. We got the Super Mario Odyssey Lego Cappy, courtesy of Bricker Builds, happening on Wednesday the 6th and Monday the 11th. ZNB Live Unfiltered on the 7th and 14th, the 2 Thursdays. We will be coming back to make that happen. I'll be doing Fortnite Fridays, the Hot Nugs Charity Challenge with Astro Canuck Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Very excited for that. Break out your baguettes because it's going to get spicy. We have Mario Party Jamboree with Mr. A Game and friends happening on Wednesday. That's going to be a later one. So mind that time, y'all. It is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern. A Game is a Aussie, and I don't want him to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to play Mario Party with me. And then we have some Mario Kart World on Friday, and then a 12-hour community live stream happening on Saturday the 16th. We're going to have the most guests on this channel that we have ever had before. All sorts of fundraisers from the team, the coordinators. If you thought you saw a collaboration before, you haven't seen it like you're going to see it Saturday the 16th. So get excited about that. We have 68 active campaigns, 104 team members. Killing it, man. Killing it.
Beat cancer. Make Brian walk.
Killing it. How I disappear with the resub. Beat cancer, make Brian walk. Hey, if you want to have me walk 100 miles, that's up to y'all. And I'm going to be documenting my progress in Discord. So if you want to join the Brick City Club and Lounge, there is a specific channel called 100 Miles that you can follow along my progress with. I'm not going to be posting it probably as frequently on like Instagram and Facebook and all that. But if you want basically daily updates on my progress, Discord will be the place to check it out. So make sure you're already in there, following that announcement channel, and be good to go. Krillin64 starting us off with a must-answer question before we dive into the build itself and anything else pertaining to Stand Up to Cancer or otherwise. What is your favorite thing about being a LEGO streamer? I think calling myself a LEGO streamer is a loose term. I don't know if I would call myself a soul like that. I have definitely flipped kind of back and forth on like the idea of streaming LEGO. On one hand, is it the thing that, you know, I am most known for? I would say no. Is it the thing that I enjoy to do a lot, especially while live? Yeah. Although gaming is definitely more action-packed, carries more story, more involvement in a lot of ways when y'all join for Minecraft or for Mario Kart World or Fortnite or whatever. The Lego building essentially makes this a interactive podcast, which means I have a chance to, you know, talk with people who might not otherwise, you know, actively be chatting in real time. I get to just ramble on about whatever. Whereas with like gaming, I may be more focused. I may be more locked in. So if I had to pick something that is the best part about streaming LEGO in general, it is getting to have the conversations with people and making all that happen. And it doesn't really matter what set you're building. It doesn't matter if you're organizing stuff or doing whatever. It is generally about talking with people and hoping that somebody's listening, you know? In a sense, it's what's made a lot of my more traditional videos more successful, is because I just ramble about random stuff. And getting that chance to bond with people is worth its weight in gold. And so even if I don't have 10,000 people watching me right now, and definitely not view botting any of them, I'm able to make a more impressionable connection with people and, you know, make it happen. So I'd say that's my favorite part. Thank you for the must answer question. That's a pretty good one to start us off today, Krillin. Thank you. So we are going to be doing Lego building today. I'm building one of these guys from scratch. I have enough for 3 of them. So this is going to be number 2 that I build here. Again, exclamation bricker right there. You can go and buy your own Lego brick kit. That is going to be supporting Stand Up to Cancer. All the proceeds from that are going to our fundraising campaign. So go and buy one. It will ship later this month, and you're supporting cancer research. So why wouldn't you? Bocage, hello. It's gonna be a long 10 days. I am gonna be live streaming on all the platforms, all the formats, all the things. So getting as many eyes on this as possible. I was regrettably declined for a front page spot on Twitch, which means we can air everything everywhere all the time with no restriction. And some of our team members will be on the front page of Twitch, and I'll be sure to, be involved in any way I can to help bring more eyeballs to the cause. So there's that. That starts Wednesday! Exclamation Wednesday in the chat. Exclamation Wednesday in the chat, everybody. As one of the things that I'm doing, once we cross a certain milestone, I will be doing what is called the Final Boss Sour Challenge. I thought this was going to be a like a sour ball, but it actually is apple slices coated in sour stuff. So I received this in the mail today. I purchased this myself right here. So this is the Final Boss Sour Green Apples. Level 4. This is the most sour thing that they offer. And yeah, so we're going to try that out once milestones are reached, and really any moment. So, throw down a challenge. We'll see if we get there. I've never had them before. I could have multiple of these, but I have actually the pack that I bought. It includes 4 bags of these. So I have a lot of these. I have a lot of these to get through for Stand Up to Cancer. So that's that. Goblin Candy, hello, welcome. So today I'm going to be building one of these from scratch right here. Looks really cool. It is the Bricker Builds version as designed by Pinot Creations. So there we go. They have a great website. Yes, they do. I also have a great website. So does the Stand Up Builders exclamation team. We have a whole bunch of really great resources out there. Great people tuning in, Hi, Brian from 6,440 kilometers away. Hello and welcome. And so for every $100 donated, I'll be walking a mile between August, September, October. So if I do like 3 miles plus a day, not only will I drop a bunch of weight, but my feet are going to be so sore. And admittedly, there's a tinge of soreness from Orlando even still a week later. So I'm going to need to get myself like an ice bath for my feet and just get more prepared. So, yeah. 3 miles. I mean, if I do 3 miles, it would technically only take me like 30 days to get it done. Or I could get it done even sooner. And if we go past the goal, then it would be, even better off. So, there's all that there. Hulbert, hello. So yeah, I haven't streamed LEGO in a hot minute here, but we're gonna dive into it in just a second. I do want to share my website briefly here and let you know about what else we got going on. There's so many things going on, but it's all good stuff. So many good and awesome things going on, all within the Stand Up Builders initiative here. So we'll dive back into this guy right here. So this is the BricksOBrian website, exclamation goals. This is what I prepared here. If at any point we reach a 10 times donation match between whoever may pop in, that's an extra layer to my 30th birthday cake that I will smash into my face. So on Tiltify, you can do donation matches and all that there. That's what the offer is there,
Drink some water.
Not only that, we have, like I said, the goal of $10,000. Our charity auction is officially able to be looked at. It is not live yet, but it's able to be looked at here. We have tons of handmade items, including a artisan necklace, an earring set, custom Lego baby space rug, a wood-burned art featuring Van Gogh's sunflowers, a 3D printed yarn bowl gift set, crystal dragons, hot sauce, a scandalous, never before seen BricksOBrian piece of artwork. Never before seen. And much more. So you can view the entire auction house right now. It goes live. Everything goes live at 10 a.m. Eastern. On the dot. On the money. On the money. Every single item goes live. And they're going to close out on the 16th. A half hour at a time. So some stuff ends earlier. Some stuff ends later. And that's going to be that. So there we go. All right. So cool. I need to edit this because I am so sick of this here. There we go. Change up the way the ads are. Why not? They go super frequently. So there's that. All right. I'm going to dive into some Lego building. Again, it's a fairly chill day ahead of when everything happens on the 6th at 10 a.m. So looking forward to all of that. You know what I mean? Anybody have any questions, comments, concerns about anything? I don't know. I feel like we're all pretty good, you know what I mean? In the same page, same everything here, yeah. Yowing it out, making it all happen. All the things. What is Stand Up Builders? Stand Up Builders is the charity live stream team that I am one of the coordinators of. So years ago, it started with me just live streaming in support of Stand Up to Cancer. And as the years have gone on, there's been more people involved because when you do things in life, you want to include more people and make it a bigger and better deal, ideally. And so I thought, well, why don't I ask this person, that person, that person, that person? Oh my goodness, there's a lot of people. I need some help. And so it's just kind of progressed over the years to include more coordination, more effort, more sponsors, more giveaways, more creators, more resources, whatever, right? And so I do all of the planning behind the scenes on a volunteer basis. I do not get paid to do any of it. Although if I did get paid, it'd probably be a lot of money. So it's a lot of effort to make all this stuff happen. So that's why I hope everybody who is live streaming and supporting across all the platforms, it goes well. You know what I mean? We put all this effort in to make it happen. And it's really cool to see. We have grown exponentially over the years. I will add you. So for context, the first year we did this in 2022, we raised $33,000. The following year, we raised $44,000. Last year, we raised $117,000. And now this year, we're starting our goal at $100,000. So where will life take us? Who knows? But it's all in the effort of supporting cancer research. Next year will be our 5th year for Stand Up Builders. And it's one of the things that I am most proud to put together of all the things. I get a certain like joy out of doing this that really nothing else gives me. And it's wild. It's wild how it all comes together. It really is wild. So even if you're just here watching all the madness unfold, there's going to be some awesome moments popping out of it. A lot to look forward to. Fulfillment, yeah, it's a certain level of fulfillment that I have, right? Being able to bring people together and make it all happen, you know. So yeah, that's that. Give a thank you to the mods for keeping the stream awesome and safe. Well, I'm glad they can keep it awesome and safe, right? I mean, it's cool to see, yeah. And again, it's all on a volunteer basis. I don't get paid to do it. Moore doesn't get paid to do it. Nobody gets paid to do it. It is just us doing it because we are passionate about it. And it's become like the event I do for the year, you know? There's been a lot of time bouncing between what happens, right? But focusing in. Play some Minecraft. Yeah, so Minecraft in the past couple years has been really difficult for me to get a hold of and play and do consistently. Mostly because it requires a lot of effort. And as I've been fundraising for charity and putting together Pro Gamer's Guide and traveling and making sure that I'm leading a pro gamer, healthy, balanced lifestyle, Minecraft has unfortunately not been my main focus. Luckily, there's been a lot of people who play a lot of Minecraft all the time, and that's all they do. I take pride in doing a variety of things and giving my focus to the people and causes and places that matter the most to me. And some people play Minecraft a lot, and they play that all day, and that's totally fine. But my focus is in right now in the charity live stream initiative. And supporting creators to change, literally make history and change the world by hopefully getting rid of cancer forever. And you know, when I sit at night and I think about what brings me the most joy, is it getting aggravated over a Minecraft server that doesn't work, or raising money for cancer research? And I know a lot of people want me to have that Minecraft server and get aggravated and worry about it and deal with all the repercussions that come with that. But unfortunately, you know, that has to take the back seat at this time. And I have to focus on the things that bring me joy and that also, from a general awareness point, work. And the effort that we put in for raising money for Stand Up to Cancer works. And it works exceptionally well, arguably better than some of the things I've ever done in my life. So I am regrettably not able to focus on Minecraft at this time because I'm focused on raising money for charity. And if the stars align and we are able to put together a Minecraft series that is bigger, better, more involved, more cohesive, more entertaining, and really knocks it out of the park, by golly, do I want to do that more than anything else. But the level of stress that has come with putting all that together, admittedly, has not worked. And we got to do better. So right now, I can't give you Minecraft. I don't have the ability to do it. I can't give it to you. So again, thankfully, there are thousands of people that play Minecraft every single day, and that's all they do. So that might be for you. But if you're looking for people who are going to change the world by getting rid of cancer forever, you're in the right place. I'm going to dive into the build today. We have the stand-up builder's heart right here. All right. Bada bang. All right. I'm looking for exclamation Wednesday in the chat here. I got a nuke the book 3 thing up here. Hold on. That's a little past the point right now. A little past the point right now, you know what I mean? It looks like Cheetos. You look like Cheetos. You ever think about that? You ever think about that? You ever think about how you look like Cheetos, my guy? I think about how I look like Cheetos. They call me Cheeto Master O'Brien. Just kidding. They don't do that. They don't do that. They definitely don't do that. Sometimes I do. When I get really sunburned, I do. When I get really sunburned, I look like a big old Cheeto. So again, this is what we're building. The stand-up builder's heart. This is... Do people know the story of how this came to be? Does anybody not know? Does anybody want the origin story about how this happened? So I feel like this is a unique thing that people may not know about. I mean, maybe I talked about it before and whatever. But anyways, I don't know. Well, then I'll tell you. How about that? So, we were doing fundraising back in 2020, I forget what it was. 2023? 2023, 2024, something like that. No, 2023. 2023. And it was live streamer 9.5 who said, hey, do we have an emote to celebrate the event or do this thing, right? It was 2023, right? And I said, no, we don't. And she kept hollering at me about it and doing something. So in literally 10 minutes in Photoshop, I took a heart, added a gradient, and then took the arrows from Stand Up to Cancer and put it right in the middle. And that's how this became our logo for Stand Up Builders. And over the years, it's been tweaked, it's been enhanced, it's been refined. And so this is the design that we currently have right now. It's a orange to dark yellow. It's a light yellow gradient across here. And the arrows, which are representative of the original Stand Up to Cancer logo, the black, the yellow, the red. And this iteration is designed by Madison Pino of Bricker Builds. So there's a hook right here, so it is wall mountable if you want to take off the black stand right there. Or you can have that attached on the bottom, so that way it can sit on your desk or in your background. So a little bit of studs over here to identify it as a Lego build and not just a, overall smooth thing. But you can make it smooth if you want to. And then if you want to purchase one of these for yourself, again, all the proceeds go to Stand Up to Cancer. So they are available on the Bricker Builds website right now. You can order yours and it will ship middle of August. So make sure you do that if you are interested in building the heart and supporting cancer research. So there's that. And I'm going to be building one from scratch, like I've said about 1,000 times already. So yeah. We also have these Stand Up Builders 1x8 bricks. These are not available for sale, but they are a thing. These are printed by Home Brick Co. So there we go. The Wombo Combo 1-2 punch.
Happy Wednesday, my guy.
Happy Wednesday, Astro Canuck with the resub, my guy, for 23 months with Mr. Astro Canuck. Wowie zowie indeed, dude. Thank you, Astro, for almost 2 years of being here. Again, we don't start till Wednesday, so I'll tell you the story as we begin the build here. Oh, there you go. You're following for that long. So I was about to take a nap, actually. I was about to take a nap, and then magically, I get a direct message from an unnamed chatter. Unnamed chatter. And they said, hey, you should go yell at Tom. And I said, by golly, why would I yell at Tom? What did he do? What is happening, right? And so I pull up the live stream and I just see donations rolling in. And I'm like, whoa. How did this happen, my guy? How did this happen? Now when you, hey, don't you dare. There's no overlay on mine, all right? Astro, to his credit, he had the overlay already on there, so you could see the donations and stuff happen in real time, right? So, people, and you might say, okay, well, what's a couple donations, right? $5, $10, whatever. People were donating hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to Astro's campaign. So when people hear destroy cancer and fuel research, people are ready at the jump to do it. So, although we start officially Wednesday, we are certainly not going to stop people from putting things together. So, thank you, Astro, for putting that up on your channel and making it happen a little bit there. I had conversations with several people, and I'm like, well, unless we tell everybody to literally put everything live the night before, there's no way to stop it. It's just gonna happen. And you know what? That's it. That's what we call a good problem to have. It's not Astro Canuck's fault. Whomever is in charge of activating the link early is. Well, that would mean it's Astro's fault. It's his fault. That's his fault. That's very much his fault. He could not have his campaign published if he wanted to. But he is the sole responsibility person. I can't change it. We are not donating today. That is not what's happening. I don't have the page open. There's nothing on screen. All right. Unless you see that bar at the top, nothing's happening. So I'll put that right there. There's that. I have 4 packs of these. It's not like it's a good cause, right? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Who am I to stop anything, right? We can only encourage people to start all at once, but that's like with the team as well. Like, right, I can't manually deactivate or activate your initiative, right? It's how it goes. So as much as I want to be Big Bully O'Brien and make sure everybody follows all the rules at the same time, we know that's not going to happen. Just got to let it be. And the reason why, okay, I've talked to Astro about it. Obviously, nobody's mad at him, right? We're not like, oh, Astro. That's not what it is. But the reason why we highly generally encourage everybody to start at the same time, right, is because everybody starting at the same time gives, like, you know, a greater sense of community. And, you know, it's like starting a marathon and then you have somebody who, like, starts running the night before and you're like, oh, I guess we're doing this now, even though the race time said 6 a.m. on Wednesday or what, you know, whatever day you want to choose. So that's generally why. But again, these are what we have put in. Anyways, I think y'all understand. It is not done in malice. It's all done in jest. Astro said you would yell if people donated early, and I said that was likely you would yell anyway. So yeah, I would be yelling anyways. I messaged Astro. I'm like, hey man, what's the deal, man? And then madness ensued. Any excuse I can have to yell at people, I'm gonna take it. Hey man, you know, man? Hey man. Can you buy the Lego set you're building? Yes! Exclamation Bricker. And all the proceeds go to charity. I am saying not to donate. The links are live, but that does not mean I'm drawing attention to it. The overlay is not live, therefore. Anyways. By the way, right here is enough parts for 2 of them. So I'm pulling just from the same thing. There should be enough left over for 1. That's the first time you've seen the angry Waddle. Looks like Jake Studs needs to watch BricksOBrian more often. Hagar, welcome. Hagar, also one of the creators fundraising for this year's event. Welcome. Jake's got to watch more BricksOBrian. I know, what an offer, right? What an offer indeed. So you can see this start to come together here. Which I'm staying on schedule. Bocage, you can click the link and see how much it is. And then all the proceeds go to charity. I have this thing called life, so I only come here when it gets too much and I need a pick-me-up. Wow. Hey, thanks, man. I am happy to bring you a source of joy in this burden we call life. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? I know what color grass is. Well, I'm glad that makes one of us. I'm glad that makes one of us. Man, everybody's hanging out in the chat there. It's a green color. Grass is a semi-green color. So again, this is expertly designed by Pinot Creations, and I don't, well, I have some other stuff to build if we want to go down that rabbit hole, which this will not take super long, but that is what else we could do on the docket. What's the dono amount to choose to ban a mod? I'll do it for, how much to ban a mod? I'm assuming you're talking about RC, as you should be. How much to ban RC Spaceport? I think if you do the 10 times match, if we complete the 10 times match, we can choose one mod to kick off the team. We can choose one person. Lindsay and I volunteer as tributes. I mean, $1,000 to kick you is kind of a stellar deal, you know what I mean? Deal I would take. I'll totally take a nap instead. You would try to totally take a nap instead, and then you'd be like, wow, Brian is running things awfully. I need to help him. And then you would be like, what do I need to do? Which is, I feel like how it went last time. It's kind of how I feel like it went last time. Yeah, it's true. Exactly. See? That's exactly how it went down. I'll go where I'm wanted. Hey, that's a good mantra to live by, admittedly. That's a great mantra. Brian would immediately double book himself for every major event through 2027. I'm already feeling it, man. I'm like, I feel like I've gotten better about it through the years. Have I gotten better about not over? No, you guys are gonna tell me that I haven't. I definitely haven't. If he already hasn't. Listen. It's a whole thing, all right? Brian's schedule is booked through 2027. I feel like I've gotten better about it. There isn't... I think it's 2028 by now. There isn't nearly as much stuff. That's a lie. Anyways, all right. But hey, I still do live, you know, hey, I'm still around. I'm still around. Right? I'm not disappearing. Right? It just means that I make less Minecraft videos. You know what I mean? At least you didn't pull in me. That was very loud. Yeah, true. Well, Nick has a life. And not to say that I don't, but you know. I think comparatively, do I have a life? I think I do. I think I have a life. I don't think I'm just like tied to my chair. I go do stuff. It's just not the same. It's just not involving my wife, Geraldine or otherwise. Right? Geraldine's at home. Or actually, Geraldine doesn't exist. What am I talking about? Hagar, welcome. You're already here. Why am I welcoming you? Geraldine is resting in peace, Chloe. Lest we forget about Chloe. Chloe there. All right. Yeah, for some reason, sometimes Cecilia is borked. I don't know why. I think the software I use just throws a tantrum occasionally. And it's like, I'm not doing this. Somebody went ahead and fixed the Wikipedia to confirm that I am single. Love that. Love the accuracy this time. It's really, it's really, really great and empowering that people know that I'm single. Will I? Anyways. Lincoln Log Larry, hello. Welcome. Heading to the wiki now. You know, getting a Wikipedia page of myself is definitely on my my list of things career-wise to do. I feel like I've done enough stuff to justify an actual Wikipedia page, not just like a Wikitubi kind of a thing, but like an actual Wikipedia page. I've done enough, right? The charity stuff, the content stuff, the book stuff, the appearance stuff. There's people less qualified with a Wikipedia page. Come on. Children's book author. What am I not? A millionaire? Wild. That's the one thing I'm not. What's gonna get me to be a millionaire? Is it making more Minecraft videos? Is it selling more books? Is it cryptocurrency? What's the bag securing deal? You know what I mean? I'm on the internet, I write books, make cancer go bye-bye, and learn grass is green. He know Minecraft. Done. He know Minecraft. Put that on my tombstone, my guy. Ripperoonie do. Win the lottery? I think you know, I don't think I need to win the lot. Like there has to be a way. There has to be a path forward for me to make $1 million. How many Minecraft videos will it take to become a multi-millionaire? I don't know. You're building too fast. What are you even doing? I mean, y'all aren't. Listen, there's no redeems. There's no alerts. There's no donations. There's no tips. There's no nothing. It's just straight up conversation. You know? Doesn't have to be the way. Exactly. Listen, y'all do whatever you want, man. Okay. Y'all are not nearly as distracting as you thought it would be. Karen, hello, welcome. I bought 0 Lego on August 1st. I bought nothing. I didn't buy any Super Mario. I didn't buy any Marvel. I am very surprised at myself. Are you sick? I'm trying to focus and not spend, you know, trying to focus on stuff. I have enough for 2 hearts, correct? I'm only going to build 1 right now. But I am going to be, I have enough for another one. So maybe at some point during the event, I will build the 3rd one. Went to Brick Fair, Virginia for a few hours yesterday. How was that? I remember you mentioning that. Again, I have seen not all that much in the way of like people posting about it or anything. I've seen the Lego Masters did a thing, a gathering of some kind, like a panels and whatever, right? But I didn't really see anything else. So I hope it was still good. Want to see the Spider-Man sets real bad? Yeah. Are you ready for all the craziness coming with Stand Up to Cancer? I am ready. I feel fairly ready. Master Builder, welcome. You know, with any of these things, you don't really know what's going to happen. And all I know is that this is our fourth year. And we have had exponentially more people involved and money raised and whatever, right? And I think it's gonna, you know, go really well. Gonna call you Grooms O'Brien. The amount I've seen those nail clippers in the stream already. Listen, it's in the, but anyway. Met up with Matt Malish for a bit, so that was nice. Very cool. Hey man, you know, man. Keep biting my nails. I gotta get back on the not biting my nails train. I forget what it was. I think it was after the Vegas pitch that I let myself go. You know, that was another one of those things I wanted to do, but you know, just something came up and that was that. Love the printed stand-up builders bricks. Thank you. Those are made by Home Brick Co. They are unfortunately not for sale. This was a service that was offered by him on behalf of the team. The heart that I'm currently building that you see right here, this is for sale. And all the proceeds go to Stand Up to Cancer. So if you would like to build one of those yourself and support cancer research, you can do that by clicking that link right there and make it happen. We got a Tech Jeeper up in here. Any Tech Jeepers in chat? Where's Tech Jeeper? Where's Tech Jeeper? Which is an inside joke from inside the Stand Up Builders Discord server. That's me. Where Tech Jeeper is also fundraising alongside us. A member of the 3D printing community. Very excited about that. Amy Doodle, hello. I'm only a tech breaker, not a Jeeper. Any Jeepers in chat? Love Jang's original heart build, and I'll probably get the Bricker Builds one too. Yeah, man. Jang officially sanctioned off, or officially, whatever you want to call it, gave his good word on it being more accurately reconfigured for production. So basically, his was definitely very buildable, but not at scale. So like some of the parts are more rare. It might make it more expensive. The building method on it is not as cohesive as this one. So this one is designed in a way that like all the parts are fairly common. We'll be able to access them for years to come if we want to make even more of them and have them be a thing. So, you know, it works out really nice in that sense. So yeah. But yeah, we have, it's available for anybody to purchase, by the way, not just members of the team. You can purchase it right now. It also helps that I have a bunch of these parts already picked apart because I did one already. So I'm just blazing through the build, man. And so between everything that I'm doing for coordination, I'm obviously live streaming myself, and then I'll be guest appearing on many live streams all throughout the week, you know, so try to get as many places as possible for the cause and the event and the people. So yeah. What's everybody else got going on for this week? Anything cool? Anything interesting? I have a pretty stacked up week, as y'all know. There's that coming together there.
Bye for now.
Riddick wife, welcome. Riddick wife, who reached out to me and said, hey, I have this item for a giveaway. And I'm like, okay, cool, what's that? And Iridican wife sent me a picture of one of the most beautiful handmade necklaces I have ever seen in my life. And I said, that's not a giveaway. That's an auction item. And it is now available for browsing on our charity auction. So if you have not seen it yet, exclamation auction, it is one of our key items that we have, courtesy of a Iridican wife who makes handmade jewelry all the time. And hopefully will fetch a decent $1 for all the hard work she put into it and in support of now Stand Up to Cancer. So he wants to get Brian a 3D printer, then we get him a laser and watch fire come into play on the stream. Listen, I have been as illustrated by the fact that I haven't gotten any Lego. All right, I haven't gotten any Lego on August 1st. I would like to think this is a renewed sense of focus on things and such. Have to not get a 3D printer. That's not the goal. Not the goal. Well, okay, we're not in focus mode right now in terms of the live stream, but in terms of focus mode of life, I've become more focused recently. Anyways, so I got a step ahead here and combined it so it's all a cohesive thing here, but yeah. But 3D printer. So Tech Jeeper, yeah, this has been something that people have been, you know, advocating for me to do for quite some time. And admittedly, between me being a children's book author, traveling to all these different places, having opportunities pop, I mean, very, very cool stuff. Very, very amazing stuff. Very grateful for it. But stuff will just pop up on my plate, which is really not conducive for like a stable life. But you know, I'm 29 years old, right? You kind of just let it meow it out, right? For now, and you know, I don't know if I need to add another thing to the fire. I won one of those hearts last year, but lost the instructions. Well, that was Jang Bricks' heart, PyroKitty, and welcome. Jang should have the instructions. This is a Bricker Builds rendition of the heart. It's actually different from the one that is featured. This is it right here, and you can actually purchase it yourself if you would like to. It's a new and improved iteration of the build process, exclamation Bricker. RC Tech is sending me a smorgasbord of 3D printed stuff pertaining to stand-up builders. He is not sending me a 3D printer. ZeroBot said on August 1st, I did pick up those new Harry Potter foil prints, though. Nice. There is no Harry Potter stuff, right? It's usually not August for a Harry Potter wave, yeah? Not yet. Yeah, not yet. Yet. No, I have not. Again, the amount of investment that would need to be made for me to get that done, there are plenty of other things that are on the docket before we get to that point. So either got to strike some more multi-trillion-dollar deals, sell a lot more books, make more Minecraft videos. You know what I mean? Whichever one comes first. I don't know which it'll be. But anyways. That's what they all say. Yeah, but they also aren't a children's book. Anyways. Somebody back me up here. Is everybody on the opposing side of the fence here? Come on. Somebody's got to have my back. Somebody's got to have my back. Snake Cobretti. Raiding in with a party of 9 into the Brick City. Welcome. Snake is a fundraiser on Team Stand Up Builders starting this exclamation Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Thank you very much for choosing to raid into this corner of the internet, Snake. Hopefully you had a great live stream. Make sure you take care of yourself and do whatever unwinding you have to do I am building our logo, the Stand Up Builders heart icon out of Lego, which is available right now. Exclamation Bricker. You can get yours literally right now. All proceeds support Stand Up to Cancer and will be donated to our team campaign at the end of the event. That art seems familiar, right? Exactly. Beth says, Mr. O'Brien is happily married, father of 4 daughters, and is famous. Wow. 4 daughters. I've been very occupied, eh? Been very busy. Too busy. Way too busy. Way too busy. I need a new hobby. Not 3D printing. Google doesn't lie. Well, Google does something. Google something for sure. We're gonna do. There it is. All right. So there's this. So yeah, this is gonna be a, as I've said before, a good time. Excited to get to meet all the new people, do all the things. Make it all happen. And then we're obviously still working on Pro Gamer's Guide to Defeating Trolls, having more stuff appear on all the different socials and platforms and places. It's a continual work in progress in all the best ways. Day by day, brick by brick, you know what I mean? That's how it goes, it's how it does. And so what's really cool about this build, by the way, is if you look here, I know I've been building it slightly out of frame, but if we take this and one of these goes up here, what's interesting about the way Bricker does things, and I really appreciate, is they make it so it looks kind of Lego-y in a way. So they have these, like, you know, actual plates on the top here, not like tiles to make it all smooth. But the way this is structured like this, right? What you could do if you really wanted to is take, well, these parts are supposed to go right here, right? They're supposed to go on that portion as per the instructions. But you could just replace that with a tile and make it the smooth build it could be. So if you want to go for a totally clean look, you can, at least on these portions here. These ones would take you, you know, having other parts to put in there. But for the most part, you could make it an entirely smooth build. But that's what makes it identifiable as a Lego build, which is part of Bricker's whole design philosophy. So, you know, having it be kind of bricky in a sense is part of the fun in a way. So yeah, that's what's very cool about it. I missed a part somewhere. Yeah, right here. I totally did. I missed a 2x4. So yeah, just a little bit of a texturing detail to make it pop a little bit more. And that way when somebody who you don't know or knows Lego very well, rather, when they walk into your home or apartment or office and they see it, they can tell it's Lego. So I always appreciate that about Bricker and what they do. It's a nice way to kind of get a different kind of display piece, you know what I mean? And then once I complete this one, I want to share some ideas on what I want to see for the future. Because of course, getting this designed is one thing, but then doing more and going above and beyond, that's unfortunately the BricksOBrian way. As soon as you have that thing, you're like, wow, you know, that's great. You know, it'd be even cooler. I don't know if that makes me a bad businessman or bad person, because normally I'd be like, a normal person would be like, wow, that's cool. All right, we're good. But here I am. I'm like, no, but we can do even more and even cooler and even, you know. I don't know what that makes me, but it makes me something. It makes me something. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I should talk to my therapist about that. So we got this over here. Almost done. Almost done. You definitely are something. Never satisfied. I'll never be satisfied. You know, like some things I'm satisfied with. I'll talk about that in a second, actually. Among all the other things, right? Not wanting your Lego to look like Lego, not wanting to fish taste like fish. Yeah, exactly. And so this one is a little bit more structurally sound than Jang's rendition. And it's not to fault Jang in any way. I don't want it to come off that way. Jang designed his, and it is not something he does super frequently. So when he was doing it, it was from the whatever experience he had. And it's obviously very appreciated, you know. It's not to say it's designed poorly. It's certainly, absolutely, certainly not. It's just a matter of, you know, working with what he normally is used to in studio and all that. So, you know, but because of the way this all locks in, that is pretty stable. So there it is right there. And because you have that in there, I don't really know why that, I mean, you could make it a 1x3 if you really wanted to back here, but it kind of is like a hook. So you could put it on the wall. If you have a nail on the wall, you just hook it there, right? I gave my Jang version of the heart away last year. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. So there it is, everybody. Done. 2 hearts. 2 hearts done. So my goal is to have all the versions of the heart. Now, Master Builder, you see that, right? Turns out, I can do you one better. So for comparison's sake, the Giga Heart, as I call it. That's the unofficial name. So here's a comparison. So I need to find a way to mount this some way, somehow. Nothing I have will hold this up properly. I basically need to have like a clear plastic hold this like this, and have like a dedicated stand for it, or have it in a shadow box. But it also can't be something that like moves. So it has to be like angled a certain way. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea how to mount this thing. And mounting it out of Lego is probably out of the option. So who knows? Steve, hello, welcome. So yeah, there's that. 2 of the hearts are done. Pretty good stuff. In the could be 3D print. Actually, it could be 3D printed. I would want to stand for it though. So like, you have it like I want to put it in like the one of the boxes behind me. So it would stand like that. You basically could print it like with pegs. So it like the peg kind of comes out like that. I'm sorry, I'll use this side. The peg kind of comes out like that, and then there's another portion that like locks it in this way, so it won't move. Like it'll just stay right there. And either it could be done in clear acrylic, or it could be done with the color, so that way it kind of blends in like that. So that'd be kind of cool. But this is acetoned together. So as it is right now, this would fall apart. This was not designed. This was a phase 1 design that Jang did. So this does not structurally make any sense at all. But I made it work. And I had to leave my windows open for like 5 days to get the smell of acetone out of my place. So yeah, you can see the marks and stuff there. Yeah, you can see all that wonderful acetone. So yeah, there's that. All right. So with that being said, that's the build right there. Done and dusted. I could build more stuff from Bricker Builds. I could build the Fortnite Battle Bus. I don't really know what to do next. I mean, probably that's what I have from Bricker Builds right here. I have the Angry Ghost. You see here, I've had this for quite a while that they sent me for review. The parts from the heart and the instructions I paid for myself. They did not send that to me, so I could build these two. Angry Ghost is neat. Do the ghost. Okay, I can do that. So there we go. Work on that next. And again, these are the parts for a whole other heart if I wanted to. Because, you know, when you purchase stuff in bulk like that, it's just easier to, like, you know. Cabbage made it to a BricksO'Brian live stream. Hello. It has come a long way. I remember how the Gigaheart looked pretty early in design. Still more work to do on it. So before we dive into that, here's what I would love to see. Obviously, right? Got that in a second. I would love to see Bricker do a Gigaheart and make it so it's something that is, you know, buildable. You know what I mean? What I would also really like to do, this is me thinking out loud. I would love to have a gold version of the heart and have it as an award or a something to give. I don't know how, I don't know what, but having a version that is spray painted gold, so like each of the parts would be gold, build it out of gold, and then each of the basically get as close to emulating like a play button as possible. You couldn't build this out of like the gold pieces available from Lego, but you spray paint it. And so, you know, if this is like baseline, the whole thing is baseline gold color, the arrows reach different gold. Would be really sick. I don't know how you do it. I have no clue how you do it. But if you made it all brick pieces, right? And you could have a gold gradient. Like I'm talking like, you know, spray painted, right? So you can make like that. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that could do it, right? Somebody on Etsy or somebody provides a service. So you have it all made out of Lego. Basically, you would have to find a way to remove these pieces, spray paint the whole thing gold, replace them, make each of the arrows different gold shades, then do it that way. Is spray painting an illegal building technique? Yeah, totally. But like, it would be designed to be a trophy. So it'd be all acetone together, and it'd be a trophy for I don't know what. But I think it would be super dope. Super cool. But you would have to spray paint it. So I want a Giga version of this heart. I want a gold chrome version, bind it together as a trophy. And then what I want to do, I'm missing now Jang's original heart, and I want all of the hearts throughout the years. So we have, you know, his version, the big version of his. We have this, the big heart version, maybe eventually. But that's me getting ahead of myself. That's what that is. They did it for the gold disc golf trophy at Brick World. I know, right? And yeah, it's just time and energy and money, right? And I have the 9 crochet version as well. I have that. I put it on the community Christmas tree. So I do have that. That's the other thing too, Roy. These things cost money. You know what I mean? It's weird. Can't I just make cool things happen? Right? Can't I just make it happen? You know what I mean, man? Hey, man. And then it's like, snap your fingers. I feel like I just need to work harder. If I weren't such a Goomba, then maybe I'd be good to go. Yeah, that's what you need to do, lazy bones. I know, right? So lazy indeed. Does 9 have instructions for her crochet heart? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how she would make instructions for that either. But you know. That is the thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull these instructions up in a second here. For the angry ghost. The angry ghost. Uncle, welcome. Okay. There's that. All right. Again, instructions are available. If you happen to have the pieces already, or most of the pieces already, you can just purchase the instructions. There you go. I don't know who's donating money to who, but we're almost at $2,400 as a team. We are 2 cents away from hitting $2,400 as a team. So, hey man, I don't know who's doing what. It's not me. It's not this corner of the internet. We know how to behave in this corner of the internet. Brian's favorite being a 2 cents off. Blame Zach. I will happily blame Zach for anything. Yeah, it's literally 2 cents off. It's at 2,399, whatever it is. 2 cents. That's gonna happen a lot, by the way. You know how to behave? I know. I do know how to behave. I'm the king of behaving. Zach's bar may or may not be on screen. He saw what Astro was doing and is like, I want to make Brian mad. I want to make Mr. Blickful Brian mad. And it's not going to work, I tell you. It's not going to work. I will not fall for that treacherous sorcery there. That is not what will go down. So admittedly, off camera, I did a lot of work on Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was just playing and, you know, kind of just casually getting to upgrade some of the abilities and do stuff because it just, it was fun. It was fun to do so. And, you know, getting to figure out what all the abilities are and kind of just sit with the game a little bit more. Because I'm obviously, like, I'm proud that I've enjoyed the game as much as I've had, right? But it is not a top 5 game or platformer for me right now. It is not that. But, you know, we'll see. I want to definitely play it more and do more of that live. But, you know, during Stand Up Builders, fundraising efforts for Stand Up to Cancer will be focusing on all the other things. And I'm very excited about that Cappy from Bricker Builds. That'll be a lot of fun. getting to have that in the books and have that behind here. So kind of flesh out the shelf a little bit more. Harley, hello, welcome. I'm building the ghost, the angry ghost from Bricker Builds. Almost like a Pokeball, kind of. In terms of how it's structured, being very circular and all that there. Still very deep into the summer. Apparently, I mean, for me it is. For most people, gearing up for back to school already, man. It being August 4th continues to impress me just how soon a lot of people are going back to school. I'm still in full-fledged summer mode. But that's just me. But I know fall is quickly approaching as well. And I gotta start getting my act together for my my friends. You know, I've never done something special for Halloween. Like go to a Halloween party or have a Halloween party or find something to do ever. It has never happened in my entire existence. You know, that stream schedule is so big. It is big, but it also is not big at the same time. So, you know, Z&B usually happens. That's a shorter live stream. It's Zach and I kind of palling around. There's, you know, the normal days that I do and the specialty days I do, basically. So, like, sometimes I do Friday, sometimes I do Saturday. So for that 10-day block, it's going to be all that. And then what's going to happen afterward, too, is I will take a short break of some kind after Stand Up Builders is done and kind of regroup and everything, right? And then obviously get to work on all the walking that I'll be doing, you know? So that will be a whole thing that I look forward to doing. Then right after that is Brick Slopes, Utah. Lest we forget, I am the keynote speaker at Brick Slopes, Utah. From the 20th to the 24th, I will be there. Not only as a speaker, but being around the convention and doing my thing, as it were. So that is where that is at, man. Excited about that as well. It's going to be great. If you're anywhere near Utah and you want to stop by, check out Brick Slopes for the first time, or if it's your 10,000th time being there, now you can stop by and say hello. Meet me, see the booth, meet LEGO fans, see the mocks. And as I've been told, it is a more relaxed environment for chilling and you know, enjoying what the LEGO community has to offer, man. I have a really stellar long layover on my way over to Brick Slopes because the direct flights were a bit much. And I'm like, well, you know, whatever, it's fine. By the time you get to reboarding on your flight, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're like, you know, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Benjamin, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. The angry ghost is coming together. Something like that. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know why I'm like tired. I definitely slept enough yesterday. Maybe it's my body being like, yo, you gotta chill, my guy. My plan is to kind of take tomorrow easy because we have a jam-packed week. Jam-packed 10 days happening. That's my plan. Will I stick to that plan? Who knows? Also in the process of getting new stuff up across all the platforms. It's just, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I went out to breakfast with some friends yesterday. It was literally yesterday. Yeah, yesterday was Sunday. It's kind of a cool thing to do, trying to like go around to new breakfast places maybe every month. That's kind of the idea. Just for the sake of doing something consistently. You've never done it before. It's rare that I get to go out to a breakfast place, and especially because I'm no longer doing like fast food. Most of the breakfast options are like, here's a, you know, McDonald's McGriddles, here's Dunkin' Donuts, bacon, no, not bacon, I don't eat bacon, egg and cheese on a bagel, or right, you know, whatever, right? So getting to go to like an actual breakfast place is cool. What'd you have? I had chocolate chip pancakes and a fruit cup. And then afterward, I went to my grandparents or went to my aunts for a pasta supper. So I was carbo loaded to the nines, man. There was a significant lack of protein that I had yesterday. No protein for me, dude. Well, I had, you know, whatever. But anyways, yes. That was what I had. And like, how often do I have chocolate chip pancakes? Literally never. I have the way you said fruit cup was hilarious for some reason. You know, Harley, I pride myself on being a funny guy. So I'm glad you found some level of joy in that. Should try being funny more often. That should be funny. Funny guy. Eh? Please don't be funny. Brian, I want you to provide no value in these live streams. By not being funny, you shouldn't be entertaining. You shouldn't make people feel good on the inside or outside or anywhere. You should sit here, be miserable, and build Lego. W. Massive W. Massive W. That's what's going to get me successful. That's what's going to break the mold. That's what's going to make me a game changer. Game changer, be miserable. Massive win. It was decreed long ago. So I try to get the stuff that I never get at a breakfast spot. So yeah, never have chocolate chip I never had pancakes in general. I have eggs all the time, so I ain't get any eggs. And I was defeated by the chocolate chip pancakes. I didn't finish them. I had 2 of them. Here's what I did. I had a couple bites of the chocolate chip pancakes. The fruit cup wasn't out yet. I stopped, ate the entire fruit cup, then went back to the pancakes, and I didn't finish the pancakes. It was wild. Normally, I'd demolish the pancakes and not even have the fruit cup. But now, the tides are turning. Am I being slightly healthier with my decisions? Who knows? What a scary thought. What a scary thought, being more healthy? Yeah, right. I should just eat more chicken parm sandwiches. That's what I gotta do. Way more of those. More chicken parm, less fruit cups. That's the play, my guy. That's the play. All right, so adding in a little bit of this here into the side. It's almost basically complete. It's a fairly quick build here. Fairly symmetrical. You know, obviously, I see that little guy right there. That little nugget right there. Oh, this actually goes on the other side. Neil, welcome. Hello, hello. I can't believe I didn't buy any Lego the other day. That's wild. It's not like my backlog is big either. It's actually kind of dwindling. There's still time to buy some. I must be sick. I have been feeling not off, but like, I don't know. So I think it's just it's a matter of me being like, you know. My credit statements have felt the benefit of not having as much Lego though. Beginning of burnout. Well, that's why I take a break in August. That's why I do that. August or September. Before the holidays. All right. Almost done. A little bit of a nugget over here. And then we're gonna check in and see what's going on. Look at this little guy. Look at that little guy. The itty bitty angry ghost from Bricker Builds. Very cool. Adorable. Adorable. So cute. Very spherical. Very, very spherical. Still 2 cents away, but we have 69 active fundraisers on the team. 69 active fundraisers. Sweet. Sweetness indeed. What is this? What does that compare to last year? I think we had like 63. We didn't do a good job about like tracking who wasn't or who was involved in that sense. That's actually a question for Jake. You could look at like how many fundraisers participated last year and basically count them, but some people made a campaign but never did anything, so you have to like subtract or whatever. So I think we're close on last year's numbers. Actually, we're close. We're very close. Very close. I'm gonna make the blue mushroom here. I also have an Animal Crossing set I got months ago and have not done anything with. I want to try these. But I know I need to do it for a donation. I can't just have one for the memes. I can't do it. I have to incentivize the people, but I really want to try one really badly. Really badly want to try one. Really badly. So I don't even want to smell them. I have to wait, but I really want to try them. All right. Patience, I know. I know. I'm looking for the instructions so that way I can send them to myself and do all that. Calm down. My jaws are clenching just looking at the bag. I mean, so they have other sour flavors and they are less intense. I obviously went for the most sour I possibly could. And the goal would be not only like eating them one by one, because these are actual apple slices. These are like, so one, shoot, just jump the gun, would you, so you can have one? No, I have to wait till a donation comes in. I don't know. I have a milestone at 3,000 to have one of them, but clearly I'm gonna have more of them than just one, because I have 4 bags of these. So one, they're actual apple slices. This is real fruit, by the way. That's real fruit in there. That is freeze dried and coated in that sour stuff. 105 calories per slice, I guess. Little mini piece off the table. I saw that, but it's not relevant. That's fine. That was from the ghost. It's okay. Anthony, welcome. Bossy, welcome. I'm building that guy right now. Blue mushroom. I have some of their sour cantaloupe, crazy sour. And Lauren, this is a level 4 sour. It is the most sour you can get. This is the only flavor in a level 4. Right there. So if you said it was crazy sour, this is even more sour. And I have 4 bags of these. So clearly, I'm in for a rude awakening, you know what I mean? From my math on the link last year, there were only 50 active campaigns. So with 50 active campaigns, we did $100,000 in 10 days. $117,000. So that's including people who, that's excluding people who made a campaign but didn't fundraise anything. And we already have 69 as of right now. So if everybody participated, and 104 team members. There are also a lot of people, I'll say this, there's a lot of people, oh my goodness, it just jumped up to 24, 25. There are some people who are doing collaborative things, and they are all using one link. So there's like 5 people are using one link, you know? So it's not, you know. It is 100 people for sure, but not 100 campaigns, maybe. So we are 2.5% to the goal as a team. So yeah, very, very cool stuff. Very, very, yeah. Very, very merry. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Pyro, a great way to support what we're doing is raid into the team, share, shout out. There's plenty of ways to get involved that are not specifically creating a campaign. Whether it's a, you know, time commitment, if it's a whatever it is. There's plenty of ways to get involved, and they're all appreciated. Not everybody needs to do, you know, coordination and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah 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 like I do, right? I go crazy because that's who I am as a person, and I love what I do, and I have the ability to do so. Which I'm too chicken this year. Wow. Beyond crazy, Brian. I don't know. I have a weird philosophy on this stuff, man. Like I don't know. Like there's there's two sides to a coin. Like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. But if you have the ability and you have the bandwidth to do something, then you should. Like, it's a matter of life perspective, right? And if I think about what I am naturally good at, what I love to do, and what brings me joy, and not even focus. I mean, I'm not obviously focusing on dollars, because if I were just solely focused as a businessman, I'm not doing this, right? Because it's obviously for, you know, all this is volunteered work. But I love bringing people together. I especially love seeing people reach their goals. I love seeing people go out of their comfort zone. I love seeing people try something different. You know what I mean? I wasn't ready to start streaming this year, but I've been sharing the SU2C posts. Thank you. I love seeing that, and let me tell you this here. So, and I get chills thinking about it. Can you tell? You can't really tell in there. The camera would focus. I get goosebumps thinking about it. So, I've mentioned this before, but I've gone to these like independent wrestling nights, and you know, one of my friends is very, very, very into wrestling, and you know, would live stream doing like shot calling of like WWE 2K, and like, you know, create all the wrestlers and make matchups and do all this stuff, right? And we would go, and he would make all the, you know, he would know about the backstory of every single wrestler, of every single person working the tech, all of the everything. This man knew everything, right? And so I said, and he's appeared in my chats before and stuff. So I said, hey, Danny, you know, why don't you like get involved with this? Why don't you do this? Like, you're clearly very passionate about this more than anything else I've ever seen you do, ever. This fires you up.
Bye for now.
You are in good with the people. And like, why don't you make it happen? Oh, well, you know, doing like the intense training camp, you know, I got this ailment on my body. I got this going on. I got that. I got to get in shape. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm like, Danny, you can rattle off every single excuse in the book, my guy. But this ABCDXYZ, there's never a perfect time to get into this stuff. You're passionate about it. You're cut out for it. You know everybody that's involved with it. You know the business. You know the blah, 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 blah. You need to do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And then I said, when they have the signups for like the one-day training camp thing, whenever that is, I will pay for you to go to this camp and do it. That's how like headstrong I am that you need to do this for you and make this happen. And so he went. It took him a while, gets to it, whatever. And he ended up going. I'm like, great. And he actually wore a BricksOBrian t-shirt as his thing in the ring, right? Because I technically sponsored him to go, so he bought a shirt and did whatever. And so we go to breakfast yesterday, and he's like, hey, man. So I'm talking about, I'm like, oh, what are you up to? So since he did that training camp, he's been going to all of these wrestling events with friends and whatever. And before we've met up and hung out and done whatever, and afterward, he's been helping with the setup, with the teardown pertaining to the event, been in the ring participating in more matchups, and has now officially taken the leap to be fully involved with the video production, with the actual wrestling aspect of it, with the everything. He's like fully fledged into all of it. And he loves it. And they want him to be more involved with it. He's really good at it. Like, he's making strides and whatever. And he's like, I get chills thinking about it. He's like, Brian, I want to thank you for like being the push I needed to make this happen. Because without that, then this, like, I would not be in this position and doing this thing. And he's one of those people that absolutely has the drive to keep seeing it through and make it happen. And that right there, that feeling I get when I think about one of my friends accomplishing this literally witnessing him being like, I cannot do this, to then actively doing it, and also him saying thank you, Brian, as a bonus, is really what brings me joy in life the most. And so I think with stand-up builders, that's one of those ways that I kind of get that like feeling in a way with people, right? Some people are like, oh, I can't do this. I don't got it, right? And this is a prime opportunity to be supported by the community, to do good, to bring it to life. And, you know, and it's definitely not for everybody, I understand. But there's nothing that brings me that same level of joy than that. So providing opportunity to people and elevating people is the thing that brings me the most joy in life. Now, how do I put that feeling in a bottle and keep doing that and also pay my bills, right? And do all that, right? Great question. But anyways, there's a semi-long-winded story for you. I will always be the first person, and a few of you know this firsthand, but I'll be the first person to cheer somebody on to make their dream come true, their goal come true, because I would want that for me. I don't want somebody saying, Brian, I don't believe in you. Brian, I don't, it's kind of a crazy. Like, do you have a plan? Do you have a roadmap to get there? Like, what are the steps, or what do you want to do? But I will be the first person. I'll be the first person to tell you that you should go for it. I'll be the first person to tell you to go for it, and the first person to cheer you on, cheer the loudest in whatever way I can. Plans, right? And yeah, keeping the lights on is very important. And what I've gotten really caught up in my head about, not that this is a therapy session, but what I've gotten really caught up on is, like, you know, if I were smart, I would do a lot less of these things, right? Focus on literally anything else. But, so it brings me joy, I guess. So it keeps me going, you know? O'Brien Consultants coming soon. Yeah, I mean, consulting is a whole other thing, of course. But, yeah. It goes back to what I was talking about previously, about this feeling of, like, in the waiting period, almost is where I still feel like I'm at right now. It's in a some year of 7 something like that. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Something year of 7 something like that. What an accurate feeling to convey in a public environment. You know what I mean? I'm a professional broadcaster, you know. Did you know that? 7. The 7 of 7 of 7. 7 of 7 of 7. Hairbrand, I changed the timing on that to be every minute, by the way. Get to go a little bit quicker. Pro streamer, pro gamer, pro author, pro philanthropist. Quick Nils. Hello. Welcome. Hottie, 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 ho. Hottie, 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 ho. Hopefully you're doing well. Astro and I are going to be reuniting as spicy partners, which is a interesting way to phrase it, but partners in spice crime. As if we're robbing a transport boat on the Nile River, I guess. This Saturday. It's happening this Saturday, man. Very excited. Gotta get myself a baguette. Some more ice cream. I did buy ice cream for the event and I've been picking away at it. So I gotta stop doing that or just finish that off by the weekend and get a new one. Bread, ice cream, milk, whole milk. Whole milk, paper towels, wet wipes. I need to get paper towels. I have 0 paper towels in my house. Apartment. Blue mushroom. This is the one that makes you a wicked small kid. What a little nugget. Careful, you might get questions from family about your new spicy partner. Me and my spicy partner from Canada. I just forgot on my last grocery trip to get paper towels. But I bought a homemade vanilla ice cream. The flavor is homemade vanilla. It's not actual homemade ice cream, but there we go. So there's that. It's very cute. So I could build the Animal Crossing set. I don't know what else I should do. Super adorbs. Super adorbs. Super doopy dee adorbs. Okay. Animal Crossing, or what do we want to do? Or do anything? Do I just sit here at this camera and just reflect on all the builds that I've had? We got that. The auction is going to go live on the 6th at 10 a.m. No, it's only been 2 hours, but you could just go away and rest before the insanity coming. Forest Cabin reads, hello, Forest Cabin, also fundraising for Stand Up to Cancer alongside the Stand Up Builders team. Who rightfully so had a billion questions about what we're doing, because if you're a newbie and you pop into this, you're like, what on earth is happening? But I think you've hopefully gotten pretty acquainted fairly quickly. We take pride in fleshing things out as much as possible to answer as many questions as possible and, you know, give everybody the tools they need to make it happen. You know what I mean? That's the Animal Crossing build. He won't rest. I'm trying to bully him into it. Yeah. Cute. It is cute. It's only 263 pieces. I think I can get it done. This is oh, you know what I wanted? I want the Blathers Museum. That's the one I want. What's my wish list looking like in terms of how big and juicy it is? That big juicy wish list, what's it looking like? $1,700. Awooga. Awooga. Can I share it? Let me see. All the Animal Crossing sets, so that's only 3. The Blathers one is really great. This one's got a lot of stuff going on with it. The snowman in the background here. Uh-oh. I love that all the seasons are represented. Very cute. We have this Captain Toad one is cute, and it's only 15 bucks. Little turnip, Captain Toad. I mean, that's a deal. That's a deal right there, dude. That's a deal. 15 bucks. This is a perfect Mario set. And that's all you need for Captain Toad. You don't need more, right? You don't need more. We need to bully him harder. I was gonna say for a certain amount of donations, I'll go to bed or I'll go rest. Do I need the other starter courses? No. Am I gonna get them? Yes, because I'm a sucker. Brian, you are the problem. I know. At tea time. I'm just shocked they made a set out of this. And why haven't they made a Super Mario Odyssey set or a 64 or whatever? Why haven't they done it? Why not, man? What is that thing? A piranha? Piranha something? I know it's Prince Florian. That's Bowser Jr. in that new outfit. This thing I really want. This one. That's fire. That's fire. Big time. Yeah. Anyways. Oh, I kicked it to that screen accidentally. Whoops. But now you can see the full thing. All right. Also, Brian, thank you for the help. You're very welcome. Admittedly, that was mostly Amore earlier. He's a professional. I'm just here being a Goomba. Cool, welcome. $250 though? I think for $250 that's worth it. That mech. I've seen it's one of the most complex and largest mechs LEGO has ever built. It looks really good. Like really, 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 really good. Yeah, I'm just the cat herder. Are you still doing Fortnite Fridays? Occasionally. Occasionally when I'm able to. Next Fortnite Friday is going to be this upcoming Friday, actually, where anybody who donates a certain amount of money will be able to play Fortnite with me. Raising money for Stand Up to Cancer. So I think that's a great way to get people involved. Think it would look cute with the Animal Crossing sets? Yeah, that'd be dope. Super cool. Here's Leaf. I was gonna say after this, I'm caught up on all the Animal Crossing stuff, but I'm definitely not. They just came out with all new stuff the other day. Let's do this. There we go. And there we go. So this is Leaf's van, whatever it is. Leaf something or another. So I actually have all of these underneath my television out in the living room. That's where my main Animal Crossing display is. I meant to like swap things out depending on the season. So Animal Crossing is going to be summertime. We had obviously all the Halloween stuff for October. And now spring, summer is Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, all that. The ladies love Animal Crossing, Brian, you know? They do. They definitely do. The ladies really enjoy that large piplup that is out in the living room as well that Nick got me. Tell you about the mock I want to make Animal Crossing, but it's a Wild West town. That is cool. That's super cool. I love that idea. But you had not talked about it before. I think it's the first time I've seen you mention it. Or you may have mentioned it previously, but I was inundated with the thoughts that lurk in my own mind. Which is obviously, you know. Now that I've said that out loud, I should get on it. Add it to the infinite list. You could be displaying at Brick World next year, man. I saw you said there was a lot of repeated larger builds from last year. Or, I'm sorry, from Chicago in terms of Virginia. Yeah, there's a lot of rumors about like what's retiring, what's not with LEGO. I think there's a little bit of, I won't call it fear mongering, but like LEGO can decide at any point what they do or do not want to retire. And trying to predict a lot of those things, it's like they can just put it back in circuit. Like, you know, the Millennium Falcon is supposed to be retired at the end of the year for several years now, and yet they keep it on shelves. So like, you know, maybe it's a little bit of, you know, other stuff. You know, you should check and make sure that the driver put the brake on before changing a tire. Otherwise, it gets real exciting. You're actually reminding me that I need to get my brake pads done. That's next on the list. So if you're walking a mile for every $100, what if someone donates $1 billion? So then I'll walk it. I've currently not set up a cap for how much walking I would do. So if we get to $25,000, it's 250 miles within that 3-month period. But there are no other stretch goals after 10,000. You know, 10,000 is what my intention is, you know. And if we get there, great. If we don't, that's okay too. I'm not, you know. So yeah, man, that's the deal. You need to play Peak. You know, I've had a few people tell me that. And I know there's a lot of people who are playing Peak as part of the Stand Up Builders event there, you know. I don't know what it is. Like, there's occasionally these games that come out and they're definitely like the more like of the moment kind of viral games that are played. But they don't appeal to me nearly as much. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I played Only Up for one live stream, and I was like, okay. And that was when that was a thing. There's all these games that come out, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about me that doesn't really. I don't jump on the trend like that. I don't see a game like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta play it. I don't know. It's just not me. I would let you fall to your death in Peak. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks, man. Meow, meow. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be playing Peak for stand-up builders. I think there's going to be a few collaborations and whatnot happening. So, you know, it'll be a lot of good stuff to watch. Even if you're just tuning in for the sake of it, there's enough good stuff to watch in general. The chaos, the merriment, the everything else. And again, that starts 10 a.m. on Wednesday. So I will aim to be live and on screen by 10 a.m. on Wednesday, so that way we can kind of kick off the auction starting. All the auction items are going to close on the 16th every half hour, basically starting from 12:30 onward. So it's going to be a whole lot of that there. You can take a look at the auction items now if you want to get your eyes on something, but I feel like it's going to be a fight to the death on some of those items, including Mirror Mask's rainbow shawl that she has up there. Very, very generously donated. And that was just something, correct me if I'm wrong, you had that just lying around, right? Because I asked Mirror, I said, do you have anything already made? Like, you don't need to make something specifically for the event. Like, if you have something you're willing to let go of. And I believe she was like, yeah, she said, oh, I have this random shawl. Would this work, Brian? And it's one of the most beautiful handmade things I've seen all year. Like, you just got that lying around. Like, yep, all right. Significantly more talented than me. I mean, really. And same thing with a Riddick wife. She had this really beautiful necklace, and she's like, oh, I've given away nicer things at different events. And I'm like, respectfully, you're out your mind. This is a big ticket item right here. Respectfully. Consider my crochet work a reflection of my stress level. So the more beautiful it looks, the more stressed you are. Noted. Noted. That necklace and earring set is beautiful. It is beautiful. You know, I was sincerely worried about the auction this year. There was a point with the coordinators where I'm like, I don't know, man. And then Amor was like, shut up, Brian. And then we got to work. And then we're like, all right, who do we know? You know, there's obviously so much out there. And yeah. But again, it is our first year doing a charity auction. So, you know. Brian, you have the poster. Why were you worried? I wanted to have more items, but between 12:30 to 11, an item ends every half an hour. So I think that's a really good way to pace it out, right? So yeah, it's our first year, doing the auction. But yeah, I was worried just because we didn't either have enough or, you know, but it's really come together. We didn't do one last year. I think Tiltify enabled the option last year. We didn't do it because it was too short on time, whatever. But I think we have 21 items currently. And like a couple more got to get posted. I think. Let me double check. But I think I'm pretty on top of it. Yeah, everything's currently submitted. Or I need one item. So yeah, from 12:30 to 11, everything ends on a half hour. So if anybody has something, you know, literally last call. Last call. If you have anything else, if you have anything in general, and you want to put it in the charity auction, it does not have to be a thing specifically made for this event. It can be something you have lying around if you're a crafter. You know, we don't need custom decked out whatever, right? I mean, it's great, but we certainly don't need it. I will do my job to drive prices as high as possible. And then on majority of the items, winner will pay shipping and be responsible for any duties or fees that are associated with the delivery of said item. So you just have to keep that in mind if you're international. Rez, welcome. Howdy, howdy. There's one of our minifigs. Actually, I'll just do this. The only 2 minifigs that come with the set. Oh no, my tariffs. When I ship stuff to Canada, it can get pricey. And I went to UPS and I was like, is there any way for me to like prepay this or something to make sure that people aren't, you know, responsible for this fee that they get when knock on the door and it gets whatever? And she was like, no, they just get it. And unless you're petitioning in your local government, that's how it goes. I'm like, whoa, all right. Jeez. Cool. Not. Is the right one a clown? That is a sloth. A sloth. As far as I know. Because plants grow slowly. How are you doing, Brian? I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I forgot to have my dinner before I started, so I'm not hangry, but I am definitely hungry. And I should eat something before I get hangry. And I'm going to do my best to have a relaxing day tomorrow ahead of our 10 days of fundraising for Stand Up to Cancer. I was going to make all of the YouTube thumbnails for all of the live streams, so everything is one playlist and scheduled out ahead of time, but I think I'm going to pace myself on that. Wait till I'm in a good rhythm and then do a lot of those, you know? Well, I got another bag after this. At least one more bag. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I gotta drink more water. You know I'm very thirsty. Pro gamer tip. You know when you're thirsty when you allow yourself to drink the water and you just like, oh, I just crushed that entire bottle of water. I must have been thirsty. That's how I know I'm thirsty. Skyline Anime, welcome. That's my measure for how thirsty I am. Like, oh, I did that without issue. Wow. Did he get the starter house set? Yeah, there you go. Thanks for raising money for cancer. I had a friend who passed away last year because of it. It is one of the greatest honors of my life to do so. And, you know, of all of the causes that I think humanity can unite over, there is few things as evil as cancer. And it does not matter how young you are, how old you are, where you're from, what you're about. It unfortunately impacts everybody. And there's all different types, and it has all different, you know, it is such a fickle thing and impacts people differently. And that's why there's so many clinical trials. That's why there's so much research that goes into all these different types of cancer. And I truly, truly, truly believe we are getting closer every single day to no longer dealing with cancer ever because of the work that St. Jude does, the work that Stand Up to Cancer does to raise awareness, to bring people to the forefront of it, and bring these minds together to make it happen. And I believe that in my soul. Stand Up to Cancer is one of the highest rated charities that is out there. You can look them up on charitynavigator.com. I encourage everybody to do so, whether it be for St. Jude, Starlight, Stand Up to Cancer. You can see where the money goes, how it gets used. And trust me, there are plenty of people who are out there to do some awful things in this world. And I'd like to think I'm not one of them. And I'd also like to think that Stand Up to Cancer is a great cause to raise money for, with good people behind it. And yeah. Love how you're so genuine and care about everybody, no matter who they are. Don't get it twisted. Anime, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. There's some people I don't like, just so you know. There's some people I don't like. Don't give me too much credit. Don't give me too much credit. There's some people. some people. It's me. It's actually Lindsay. As a matter of fact, it is. It's actually Bubba Laveau who keeps reminding me to post the schedule. There are some people. I'm like, I don't really. Selfie. Excuse me, Brian? That was the best thing. Hey, Brian, where's the schedule posted? As I am on my hands and knees recalibrating my computer so that way the camera doesn't overheat from the exhaust of the computer, and we're trying to make sure the circuit doesn't trip again. And I'm like, hey, I'm working on it. Thanks for your patience. And he's like, yep, okay, message received.
Brian is always complaining about that Scrawlways guy.
Soccer Hallways is my least favorite chatter. Thank you, Cuddles, for floating in the air and reminding me. POV, when I say you should silence the haters.
Brian is always on his hands and knees.
Hey, before we start all this charity stuff, anybody want to buy anything off my wish list to make me feel better? Anybody want to exclamation wish list in the chat? Anybody want to buy me something to make me feel better about myself? Anybody? No, there it is, right there. Anybody feel like they any what an awful thing to say. What an awful thing to feel. Anybody want to buy me something so I feel better about myself? Oh man. Anyways, of course it's always appreciated, never required. Where's my chapstick? Where's my chaps? There it is. Sorry, I'm broke. Listen, what's that? Something $5 a month. The notification sound off for the bookathon.
Brian, I'll buy you something with your own money. Does that work?
That's not how it works. That's not how that works, Cuddles. That's actually not how that works. That's not. I love Cuddles so much. I love you. You're great. You're something. She doesn't get a cut of her own book proceeds. We haven't figured out the royalty yet. Before you help people with cancer, buy me stuff. Okay, we get it, Cuddles. What?
I don't have a job or an allowance. How else am I supposed to buy things?
I don't know. That's not what you do. in your time away from starring in books is all up to you. I have no direct say or involvement with that unless you're causing mischief and mayhem, which is fairly often. But anyways, that's why she can buy you stuff with your own money, because you love her. That angry waddle is how I feel, actually. That's how I feel on the inside. Oh my goodness!
You're listed as the legal guardian on the contracts.
The legal guardian on the contract? Is this a Lilo and Stitch situation where because I paid you for... Liam? Hold on. Liam just did a $50 super chat. I was joking about... Okay. Liam? There wasn't even any sound with that, was there? Thank you very much for the $50 super chat. So what I want to do... Actually, you know what I want to do? Liam, because you did that, would you like me to have part of a slice of a final boss sour? Because you got no notification, because it popped out of the blue, would you like me to do that? I'm willing to do that. Part of one. If you fill the water bottle first, please. Liam, that's very kind of you. And I will use that $50. I appreciate that. And
I'm not dead.
okay, and in all seriousness, I say stuff like that in jest. It is not meant to be my way of saying, oh, please, you know, people give me... That's not what that's about, right? You know? Everybody helps out in whatever way they can. And being here as a... and especially...
Water.
And especially as being a participant of what I do, whether it's in videos, live streams, or otherwise, helps. So I hope that wasn't interpreted as me being like... But thank you very much, Liam. I will be doing that because you just said, yeah, that'd be cool. I got you. Let me go fill the water bottle, and I'll be right back. Keep yourselves occupied with redeems. I'll fill the water bottle, and I'll have one of the final boss sours. Be right back.
Quick, now that Brian is gone, Every should go to his wish list and buy him something, or spend money on a 3D printer with him.
funny story, I forgot how much of a big fat mess you are. I've been busy doing science, it's been tons of fun so far. Everything clean,
Okay.
nothing on fire, all by
So,
finally.
hey, Lindsay, or Beth, actually, can I ask one of you a favor? Just because Rich was the one that provoked me to do this, can one of y'all ping him and tell him to show up? Because I know he's watching Zach instead of me.
But you wouldn't know, would you?
Okay. Because Liam did a $50 super chat, I'm going to be having one of the final boss sours. That's a level 4 green apple sour. Green apple sour happening here. All right. I'm going to have a fairly modest piece. I have not tested them. This is the first bag I'm opening. Now, as donations come in, I'll be eating these. My goal was to have one sour like ball at a certain milestone, but I have a lot of these. It should be fine. First opening. Wow! Wow! Oh no! Oh, that smells like kerosene, bro. Oh man! Oh wow! 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 Looks like that. It is real fruit. All right? It's real fruit. Oh. I'm going to have one of the more modest pieces.
Ryan, I can smell that from the bathroom.
Rich has not tried these yet. Okay? Looks, oh, it looks sticky. Come on. All right. The bag can leak even with the zip so sticky. Yep. Okay. Here is my first. Okay. Here is my first ever bite of the Final Boss Sour Level 4 Sour Green Apples. Courtesy of Liam and the $50 Super Chat. Yeah, it's fine. That's not bad. Another. If there's a $50 donation to the Kickstarter, that mean you need to do 2 at a time? Yeah, I'm fine. I bought these in the oranges. Well, these are the level 4. That sound, well, that's just the sound I make. Now imagine if I had these coated in hot sauce. Awooga. Do it. Because spicy peep went so well. That's a sugar bomb. The sugar bomb. There's a Giga emote from Beth. Thank you. Liam, thank you again for that. That's at least 1 mega sour. So I feel like that's why if I do it every so donations, we'll make it happen. Wow. It was definitely very sour. It was very, 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 very sour. Also have the possum candy. Nathan with the Giga emote of Mr. Local Brick Shop. Thank you, sir. I think it's time to get back to building. I'm gonna do that. All that malic acid on them will cut your cheeks if you do too much. Well, listen. That's a problem for me, not for you, my guy. Dip it in hot sauce. Get the dip. Dibbity hot sauce. Dibbity hot sauce. I do wonder who will be the first. Anyways. Is that what makes it spicy? Is it the malic acid? How about drinking something acidic afterward? Like orange juice? Ugh. Ugh. That'd be gross. That'd be gross. It's not that bad. Really go for like a Frosty right now, you know what I mean? Just like a big old Frosty. Too bad I've cut out fast food, dude. Cut out fast food. It's when you hit the table for me. That was the moment. That was the moment that secured it. It was like a... That's what did it. You do it every time you eat something spicy. Do I really? I didn't pay attention. I don't even pay attention to my own tendencies. 99 for dinner was yum. Yo, I would die for some. I would die for some 99 right now. That'd be great. Get that on the Uber Eats, my guy. Oh, sweet Christmas. Yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to order pizza or something next Saturday for the finale. I'm gonna be locked to this chair for at least 12 hours. I gotta get something before Zach sends me food, some unsolicited food order. I'll be enjoying some John Williams. Lucky you. I could have made it happen, man. I could have. You'll need pizza and something else for 12 hours? Yeah, right, exactly. I don't believe you. I mean, you know, some of my friends, I guess, would go out of wanting to, like, you know, also around Christmas time every year, they've had the 8-Bit Big Band performing in Boston. And normally people have not really expressed interest. But apparently if I give enough notice, there might be more of a chance that somebody would go. I mean, I normally give a month notice, but then nobody still goes. So I don't know. We'll see. GH316 rating in with a party of 15 into the Brick City. We got Legos, the Guitar Hero himself. Welcome, everybody. My name is BricksOBrian. I'm currently building a Lego Animal Crossing set, and we just got done building the Stand Up Builders brick kit that you see here. We officially start our fundraising effort on Wednesday, and making it all happen. GH, what were you up to today? Let me know. And by the way, if you want to be part of the Twitch team, the invite is in your dashboard. So go take a look at that if you want to be involved. No pressure. But GH will also be fundraising alongside us August 6th through the 16th. Thank you very much for raiding in. Welcome, Raiders. The Heart Kit is available now on the Bricker Builds website for those who may be interested in building one of these yourself. But hopefully all is good, and thank you for trusting your people with me this fine evening. I will be completing this and making it happen. How much would it take for you to walk all 100 miles in a single trip? Soccer Hallway says with a 10,000 channel point must answer question. How much to walk all 100 miles in a single trip? Well, I physically couldn't. So if it takes me about an hour to walk 3 miles. Oh, very nice build there, GH. Wow. It takes me an hour to walk 3 miles. So at bare minimum, it would take me 3 days. So if I did 30 miles, let's say if it were 30 miles a day, like I physically couldn't do 100 miles in a day. It takes 8 hours to do a marathon for an experienced marathon runner, let alone a walker. We can allow sleep. So let's say I took a dedicated trip somewhere. Either like you do like a Run Disney situation, you do like a walk across whatever, you do whatever, right? How far is 100 miles from here? Fun fact, let me look. That's not New York, right? No, definitely not. It can't be. Oh, snap. Is it really 100 miles to New York? No, definitely not. It's across Massachusetts. I could get almost across Massachusetts in 100 miles. I could walk to Cape Cod and back. It's kind of scary. What would it take to do 100 miles in one trip? Average walking speed is about 3 miles an hour. Yeah, I can do... Trip can include sleep and meals. I would prefer to do like I would sooner like walk around like a national park or do something fun like a Disney or do like make a trip out of it. And not treadmill it. I wouldn't treadmill it. I think GH, your stream is still running, according to Mr. Hurl. And hello, Mr. Hurl. How much to do it all in one go to make a trip out of it? I would have to think on it more. Yes, I would walk to a place. I would walk to a specific place. If I were to walk to a specific place with the 100 miles, where's 100 miles from Boston? Is that Maine? Like Bangor, Maine? Soccer might be able to help with like Springfield. I'm not walking to Springfield, let me tell you. I'm not walking to Springfield, my guy. You want to go 50 miles away and 50 miles back? I don't necessarily have to. One of my friends could pick me up at the end of the destination or the whatever, right? It doesn't have to be 100 miles round trip. I think it'd be more interesting. Springfield, which state? Yeah, right. Portsmouth, New Hampshire area. That's not that bad. Wish I had friends that pick me up 100 miles away. Technically, it'd only be... No, Portsmouth is not that far. That's a 3-hour drive. Someone, if that were my goal, Portland is 99 miles. I would do Boston to Portland. If I have Boston to Portland, Maine, and then I would do like stops along the way. I would obviously stay in Portland for a couple of days to like not die. My neck of the woods. Maybe you get your shoe sponsor. Oh, I'd get it sponsored to Kingdom Come. I would get it sponsored to Kingdom Come and back. Easily. Easily. Shoes, socks, water bottle, everything. Everything. Help pay for everything. Document it the whole way through, of course. 25,000. 25,000. Because that's a lot of logistics. $25,000 to do 100 miles in one trip. I think that's a fair amount. Because it's other logistics involved. You have to really prep for it. Hardcore. So I would say $25,000 within the 10 days. Is that going to happen? No. Charles has to be pre-planned stops to feed the man. Yeah, I would have to have... It'd have to be a full itinerary. It'd have to be like a real... Like really like methodically all planned out, but I would say $25,000. Now, you know, we've gotten $25,000 for like, you know, Pro Gamers Guide and stuff, but not for a charity thing. Live stream the whole adventure, then that adds a whole other complication to it, and I have to wear a backpack with it. Actually, I know I've been in contact with the folks at Unlimited IRL that do the IRL backpacking. I mean, that's very possible. That's probably the easiest thing to plan of the whole trip, is having the whole live stream thing. So I will say that $25,000, and I will have a dedicated walking trip of all 100 miles from Boston to Bangor. I like that. Done and done. That'd be pretty cool, but again, logistical, whatever. But, you know, we have all these amazing people that are also fundraising alongside us, right? So I think as cool as it would be to get me to $25,000, The emphasis is also on the team also reaching as many of the goals as possible too, right? It is not the BricksOBrian fundraiser for Stand Up to Cancer. It is the Stand Up Builders. So, you know, again, as cool as it would be, doing that would be my focus personally. So, yeah. Almost done with the camper, though. We're cooking. We're making it happen. It's getting there. Little by little by little. Make him more walk with you? Nah, man. He would have to take a flight. That's a whole other thing, too. That's another whole lot of thing, man. That's another thing. There's a really great burger place in my town you could stop at. There we go. Yeah, once I'm done, I'm gonna binge eat all that food. So I wonder if walking the 100 miles. This is gonna sound like a really stupid question, but walking the 100 miles, would it have the same repercussions on my weight that doing it? Would it be the same as like pacing it out? I feel like it wouldn't be as effective for like weight loss if I do it all in one go. You know? Maybe I'm just totally wrong. So it would not have the same effect as pacing it out. That's kind of the appeal, in a way, right? Is like it's part of my routine, right? And I'm tracking the progress and doing that. The steady exercising better and helps build healthy habits. I agree. So that's really why the challenge is the way it is. So I think 25,000 for a charity incentive is, you know, a challenge to have, right? You'd burn a lot of calories all at once and your metabolism would go nuts. Yeah. That's true. And the idea is to do it in a healthy way, which is the other part of the equation too, right? So that is the other thing for it, man. You know, we've only had a couple people also who have gotten to 25,000. I think Jang is literally the only one for that. Legos, have a great rest of your night. Thank you for being here. Make it an SU2C walkathon. It's not impossible, but again, we have a lot of great people that are fundraising, so making sure we put the spotlight on them as much as possible too. If the Proclaimers could walk 500 miles, you could walk 100, exactly. Precisely. So, and I'm not going to start the challenge until after everything is all said and done. So, yeah. Jang is the only one so far, yeah. You know, who's to say where things will shake out this year, but yeah. Just happy to be part of it in the first place and, you know. Jang in the past calendar year too has done a ton of fundraising for a lot of incredible causes as well. So, you know, kudos to him and bringing all that to life, you know. Everybody does what they can, and bring their best to the table, and that's all you can hope for, you know? Who's going to drive behind you in a vehicle to keep you walking briskly? I will, thankfully, if that were to happen, it would happen live, and the people would be in charge of that happening. No shortage of people keeping me accountable, that's for sure. In before soccer hallways will be showing up along the route to hold me accountable. There we go. So that's done. There's that. And now, boom, complete. So we got a total of 4 builds done tonight between the Angry Ghost, the Blue Mushroom, and another one of these stand-up builders hearts. That's a pretty good haul, man. That's a pretty good haul for one night. And that is the calm before the storm of Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, when stand-up builders officially kicks off with 100 hearts against cancer. We have 104 team members, 69 active campaigns, and $2,427 raised so far. We are going to most likely blow past $200,000 lifetime raised on day one. And then at $10,000, Pro Gamers Guide, aka Kevin and I, are going to be giving away a book bundle, and that'll be given away by one person on the team. So that'll be very exciting as well. With all that being said, that's what I got for you tonight. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to rest up as much as I possibly can tomorrow and prepare for the week that we have ahead, the 10 days that we have ahead. Again, if you're just watching and hanging out, it's going to be a jam-packed time full of awesome stuff happening, right? So, for those watching, I'll see you on Wednesday at 10 a.m. for more live streaming and kicking off Stand Up Builders 2025. And for those that are watching on Twitch with me here, gonna be raiding into somebody